Hi, and welcome back to I'm a Happy Enchilada. And if this is your first time with us, welcome. I'm Don Culver, and I'll be your host. And today we're going to, once again, take a look at a part of life we haven't really looked at before. We've concentrated on bringing awareness to the things in life that can hold us back, and becoming aware of how they can affect our lives and learn ways we can get those things under control and keep us heading towards our very best life, the one we richly deserve. So today, we're going to look at moving on at the end of a relationship. Now, I've found that relationships are not easy and require a lot of time and effort by both partners to be successful and fulfilling. And it doesn't matter if you're married, living together, or just boyfriend and girlfriend. It's supposed to be a loving and caring relationship. Perhaps both people grew up in a two-parent home and they saw parents that were loving and kind to each other, or maybe one did and the other grew up in a broken home and had totally different experience. The combinations can be endless, but if one or both didn't see parents that loved and respected each other and worked together, they will be hard-pressed to know how to be successful in relationships. Personally, I've had many relationships in my life, but not a lot of success. I've learned a lot about relationships in the last several years, but haven't chosen to be in a serious relationship. Choosing to work on myself and be happy with myself and my life, living alone and free. I'm looking forward to today's episode and learning more about relationships. Who knows? One day I might find myself in a love relationship again. Yikes! So anyway, let's get started. First, what are the 5 stages of a breakup, you wonder? Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And what is the hardest stage of a breakup? Well, after you realize that bargaining didn't work, you go into the depression phase, one of the hardest stages of grief in a breakup. This is different from clinical depression because what you feel in this stage is a normal reaction to the loss of a relationship. You might feel sad, lost, or just not yourself. Okay, let's get down to the real nitty-gritty here. Here are some telltale signs that it's time to break up and move on. You've grown apart, and you're being physically or mentally abused. You compromise your values. You don't want to have sex with your partner anymore. Ooh. You no longer care. You're no longer vulnerable and open with your partner. And there's no longer an emotional connection. Ouch. I like those and could relate to them all, by the way. How about you? It's a terrible place to be. And it looks like someone is going to be buying new dishes, silverware, and on and on and on, right? Yeah. Well, and on the flip side, here are a few signs that someone is about to break up with you. First, there's a growing distance between you. Then they stop doing things for you. They keep picking fights with you. Ugh. They talk about breaking up repeatedly. They find fault in everything you do. Now, that's some signs one should pay attention to for sure. Next, what happens to your body during a breakup, you ask? Well, there may be changes in heart rate and blood pressure. We release more stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Our blood gets a bit stickier. Our immune system can be a bit vulnerable, and our sleep can be disturbed. If we're the one ending the relationship and moving on, oh yeah, We are certainly hoping it goes reasonably well and we can avoid as much drama as possible. Oh, please. Well, what if it is a toxic breakup? A common theme in toxic relationships is the abusive partner saying they'll just break up with you every time there's a minor or fixable issue, which can make you feel unsteady being with them, right? But then the actual breakup can often be explosive and out of nowhere, which can throw you through an even bigger mental loop. And this is important. What not to do after a breakup? First and foremost, don't beg for another chance. Revenge is a dish best not served. Don't share his or her dirty secrets. Alone is okay, isolated not. Okay, and those are definitely worth remembering. And here's some things to help you after the breakup. Give yourself some space. Keep busy. Take time out for you. Talk to friends, family, and others who can support you. Don't use alcohol or drugs to deal with pain. Give it time and try to look after yourself. All right, a lot of food for thought in this episode for sure. There's much more, but we're out of time on this episode, so please go online and Google anything you still need answers for. And as always, I hope this episode has been helpful, especially if you're thinking about breaking up with your partner or afraid they are about to break up with you. Well, that's all I've got. So until next time, God bless and be a happy enchilada. Bye.